We have a major problem that we're dealing with right now, and we cannot, for the life of us, figure out how to resolve it or fix it. California has been getting a lot of rainfall. Like, it's been dumping down on us, which is great because we are now out of a major drought. But with this enormous amount of rain that we have been getting, we have also been finding some issues with the windows of our house, and we have a lot of leaking.
We got some leaking.
We have water coming in our walls in the 3 upstairs bedrooms. So let me show you. We're in the boys' room. As you can see, this is a boys' room. So I had my brother come over. He's a contractor, and he got out his scaffolding ladder. We climbed to the top of our house, sealed all the windows, and still water is coming in, and we have no idea how.
So basically we have it all
Cleaned out.
It's all dry. There's none of the carpet got wet, which is very nice because then it would smell all weird in here, but we had this big old fan blowing the whole time on it.
No mold. We ripped out all the old insulation and cleaned it completely out. So when it is leaking during the rain, we have, like you said, massive fans blowing on it the whole time, so it keeps it dry.
It's just we can't find where it's coming from. There's like, this is like a, I don't know, a concrete wall, and we just see a bead of water coming here, but we did all the caulking around the outside there.
Yeah, and this doesn't fill up with water.
Yeah.
There's no water ever in here.
We don't really want to like cover the whole drywall up and then have more leaking, so we have to get this fixed.
Yeah. I mean, we have fresh insulation sitting downstairs and drywall ready to be put in, but I mean...
You want to hear my conspiracy theory? I think the people that put these windows in actually did a bad job sealing them.
I agree.
And I think it's finally showing its true colors after a couple of years.
Yeah.
My parents' house is leaking.
It's not flooding, but it's enough where it's going to start destroying the wood if we leave it undone. And we can't leave a hole in the kids' room like this.
Yeah.
So we're like desperately trying to get it fixed. And because it's been raining so much, we've had like one window to hurry up and seal it up because we have one dry day.
Yeah.
And then it's raining again, and we're like, oh, did we fix it? And then it's pouring in again, and we have another dry day. We try something else, and then the next day it rains, and it's coming in again. So it's like...
On repeat. It just keeps...
Yeah, what do we need to do? The worst case scenario is that we're going to have to rip out the windows and replace them.
Yeah.
And that's 3 windows this day.
Yeah.
So... I have been working on the boys' closet. I did have all of those, they're like shoe racks. I had them down here, and all the kids' clothes were on them in baskets, and it just wasn't working out because it was just a mess. Jirah thought about getting these utility carts and filling them full of clothes. So the baskets are full of, like, you know, socks, and then the next one's shorts and pants. Noah, Jirah, Micah.
How many of these utility carts do we have in this house? I was talking to Jirah yesterday. We have 8?
So 4 downstairs, 3 here, and 1 in the girls' room.
8 utility carts.
Okay, they can be used for everything.
Yeah.
But look at this little spot right here. I have their headphones and all their Legos in these little pockets so that they don't have like a giant bucket that they're dumping out. Okay, I'm gonna show you something that Jirah has. He's sleeping on the top bunk, and he's got quite a little stash up here. So I'm gonna bring this up here. I'm gonna show you what's going on. He is my neat freak. He likes to keep things organized, and he likes to have his own space. And let me show you what he's got up here. So just to give you guys an idea of how high we are on a triple bunk bed, and this is really high up. He brought 2 baskets up on his bed, and he did all this himself. Look at this neatly folded blanket he has. And then he has a couple toys, you know, just in case he wants to play up here. And then in this basket, he has, look how neatly folded those shirts are. And his pants he has up here. Jirah always has to be like fully dressed. He will lay out his clothes for the next day. I mean, we don't even have to be going anywhere special, and he will have his shirt and pants all ready and prepared for the next day, like laid out on his bed. Because he just hates to like leave the room not properly dressed. So it's just interesting to see the difference of like, Jirah always has to be like really dressed and the other boys are just running around in their underwear. So this side he had a cute little setup up here. I didn't know he was doing this until like I popped my head up here one night. I was like, what is that stuff you got going there?
By the way, just saying, I think there's room for a higher bunk bed.
Oh, number 4?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That'd be crazy. Here you go.
35 years old, still got it.
35, I'm not 35 yet.
Oh, close.
Whatever.
Well, I am just finishing up a comedy skit for David. It's about a guy who gets fired on April Fools. And he thinks it's an April Fool's prank, but it's actually for real. So it's an interesting video where things get pretty awkward. It's pretty funny if you guys want to check that out. David usually posts his videos 30 minutes after I post mine, so keep that in mind. Kids, the boys, they are having a movie night tonight. Noe?
Yes?
Are you having a movie night?
Yeah, in the car.
And he has a car. Oh, Micah, he's putting his thumbs up.
He looks like he's part of the couch.
He looks like he's part of the couch. Matt blending in with the pillow. Right. How you doing, Jay? You having fun? We saw the baskets by your bed, Jay. It's very nicely organized. You do a good job. You like being right by the air vent? Nice. If you guys have any tips or anything on what we should do, you guys may have gone through the same thing we are with windows, please let us know because I'm really not sure. I might have to take off the drywall above the window just to make sure it's not coming from the ceiling. I don't know. So if you guys know what you're doing, let us know because we don't know what we're doing. The girls are not here right now because they decided to bail out on us because they went to Knott's Berry Farm today. It was like a last second thing. My brother called me and he's like, hey, we can pick the girls up in 30 minutes and take them to Knott's Berry Farm. And we're like, that sounds like a fun trip. Backyard. Coming soon. We're gonna get that backyard done and I can't wait. So stay tuned for that.
Are you ready to get a nice backyard? Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Yes, Liddy doesn't like the backyard right now. And I don't blame her, so we're gonna get it ready for her soon. Do you have anything you wanna say? Is that all you wanna say? That's it?
Oh, you want to say something? Oh, yes.
Do you wanna say something, Noe?
Good buttons.
Go Buttons! You like quesadillas?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Do you have anything you want to say or is that it?
Push that like button for
Oh my word!
family.
Don't touch me!
Lick, 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 lick.